What's up, guys? It is a beautiful night out here, just a little chilly. So, tonight I want to talk about being a vibrational match for what you want and what that means. And truly, it starts with a foundation of not just a full, but an overflowing cup of your spiritual, mental, emotional wealth and health. And then it's a matter of what would it look like if everything was going the way I wanted it to be? What would that look like? And not faking it until you making it, but actually being it until you make it. As much of it as you can possibly do. Ask yourself, what would you be doing? How would you be dressed? What would you be eating? All of the things in your life, if you were exactly where you want to be, what would that look like? And not faking it, because faking it means you know that it's not real. That's that little seed of doubt. But actually being as much of it as humanly possible and allowing more and more of it to come as you be more and more of it. I'll give you an example of how this sort of worked for me. And I talk about how back in December, I lost my part-time job. The other part of this practice was me caretaking for a woman who ended up losing her insurance. And there was nothing I could do about it. It had nothing to do with me. I wasn't losing my job because of something I did. I was losing my job because of something some bureaucrat decided somewhere. I wasn't even remotely taken into consideration. But not only that, but I wasn't getting paid for December because they had said that they had let us know that I wasn't going to be working for her anymore. Well, not working for her, but they had said that they weren't going to be paying for me to work for her in the beginning of, or the middle of November. But we never got that notice. So all of a sudden, December goes by, I submit my first timesheet, and my paycheck comes back as $0. We're like, what's up with that? Kind of just assume it's a mistake. Let a little bit of time go by. Call a couple of people. Come to find out that this had happened. The insurance company decided they were no longer going to pay for a certain amount of what she needed for her health benefits, which included what paid for my job and a little bit extra. Rather than getting upset, rather than even being bothered by it at all, I looked at it as an opportunity. Because as I like to say, we have opportunities, not obstacles. And so I stopped and I looked around and was like, well, I wasn't completely happy there anyway. And if I was truly being a vibrational match for everything I wanted, I would be working this practice full time. So that's exactly what I did. And along the way, there were little seeds of doubt, of course. And one of them was, I don't have a camera that would be good to do videos. Eventually, after maybe a day or two, maybe a week at the most, I said to myself, that's silly. I need to just do this. Because being a vibrational match means doing whatever it is you think you need to do as if it was already happening. So I was like, my camera's just fine. I'm still using it. I still haven't upgraded after 6 months. And eventually, as of maybe a week ago, I had gotten so comfortable with where I was at that check finally showed up after I was told it wasn't coming. And then I was told, okay, maybe it might come. And then I was told, no, it's not coming. And then I was told, okay, maybe it is coming. And what I noticed about myself in all of this was when the first couple of times it was a maybe, there was just a little part of me that doubted that it was possible. And this last time, it had just gotten so far past me even caring about it truly, that I was just like, well, it's going to come or it's not going to come. And a couple more times, I received letters and things like that, making it seem like it wasn't. And I was like, at this point, it's going to come or it's not going to come. I'm not going to let these things. So any of those little seeds of doubt in my head or frustration, and it just showed up. The last letter I got said it was going to take up to 60 days, and it showed up in 2 after that, because I got that letter and was like, nope, everything's fine. Whether I get it or not, everything's fine. And it showed up. One of the other big parts for me of being a vibrational match to all that I've ever wanted was, as a kid, you know, even when I did fit in, I didn't fit in. I was always just something different from everything else that was going on around me. And so there was just a point where I had gotten so comfortable in the universe with this idea that I might just have 2 friends, and that's okay. And as this last 6 months have rolled by, and I have just been embodying what I believe to be a vibrational match of everything that I want, I decided I'll create a community of my own. I'll create a tribe of my own. I don't need to fit into anybody else's anything, and if I still have just 2 friends, that's great. These 2 friends I've got are awesome. And all of a sudden, I had more friends, like really kindred spirits that I was connecting with, in a matter of a month than I've had in my whole life. Truly. It has been just so amazing. So we all have to make sure that we see these things as opportunities and not obstacles, and really make sure that we have this foundation of our spiritual, mental, emotional wealth and health covered. Like I said, not just full, but overflowing, so that we can see them as opportunities and not obstacles, and so that we can be. Not fake it till you make it, but be it until you make it. Because if you're being it, you're already making it. So, may the energies you serve you well, and let's all keep making our way through.